Hello all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. So in this session, I'm going to give a demo on master BlazeMeter performance testing. So this is Pavan from MGM IT training. Okay. So before jumping into the session, one one quick note. I just recovered from severe cold and cough. So you have still with sore throat. So but because of time constraints, I had to start this because this is pending from many weeks. All right, guys. Okay. So before going into BlazeMeter performance testing, before understanding what is BlazeMeter, and why BlazeMeter used for JMeter, why BlazeMeter used along with JMeter for performance testing. All right. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe and turn on all notifications, guys. And how to reach my YouTube channel is once you go to YouTube, those who got this link directly, so you can, of course, you can directly go to the subscribe button. You hit the subscribe button at the bottom of this video. Otherwise, let me show you like my YouTube channel quickly. Okay. So if you go to YouTube and search for performance testing real-time training, Pavan MGM IT. So here is my channel, guys. Performance testing live training, Pavan MGM IT. With 4,000 plus subscribers. So subscribe and turn on all notifications, guys. Because like we recently started this. We are running couple of free training sessions on MongoDB, Linux, etc., etc. Right? So this BlazeMeter, etc., etc. All right, guys. So please remember that make sure that you are subscribing to my channel, so which is having my name and or training institute name in the channel name. All right, guys. So if you already subscribed, thanks. Thanks a lot, and and stay tuned to my YouTube channel. All right. Now, so what is BlazeMeter? I'll go to the slideshow mode, or else let me use a spotlight. So what is BlazeMeter? The moment you hear, so BlazeMeter is very popular in performance testing world. And if you are already working on performance testing, or if you took training anywhere on performance testing before, from anywhere, right? So the moment you hear this word BlazeMeter, so most of them know that no BlazeMeter has a Chrome extension recorder, isn't it? So for instance, let me go to the Chrome extensions. I am on Chrome browser now. So many people know BlazeMeter as a Chrome extension, right? Or some people know that, or it is often misunderstood that when we say BlazeMeter, so it is misunderstood that, as a Chrome extension. So, however, so there is no, BlazeMeter is much more than that, guys. BlazeMeter is much more than that, right? And now this training series, what I am going to share with you is on mastering the JMeter performance testing tool, not just this extension. Okay. It is not about just this extension. Of course, I'll also cover that over here. As you can see here, I will also be covering that as well. However, please understand that, BlazeMeter is not just this Chrome extension recorder. Now, what is BlazeMeter then? Right? And why BlazeMeter is used along with JMeter? And if you see any recent JDs from the past 2 years, 1 to 2 years, right? So let me quickly show you some job descriptions. Most of the companies or organizations or clients are looking for BlazeMeter expertise, right? So let me quickly check some JDs. This is the recent email case which I received today. All right. So let me quickly check, some of the links, some of the job requirements. Okay. Yes. Okay. So observe here, guys, experience with performance testing tool, LoadRunner, JMeter or BlazeMeter is a must. All right. Fortunately, I got it in the first click itself. Right. So if you let me check some other JDs, like most of the JDs will be having like LoadRunner and JMeter, of course. Most of the performance testing JDs or performance testing JDs will be asking for, LoadRunner and JMeter, isn't it? That is a well-known fact. However, recent times in the past 1 to 2 years, their demand for BlazeMeter has been increasing exponentially, right? And if you're already in job search, you might have seen a lot of JDs like this mentioning BlazeMeter. Now, why BlazeMeter? Why can't we execute it? Why can't JMeter is not sufficient? Okay, why JMeter alone is not sufficient is those who are familiar with JMeter or those who are working on JMeter, you already know some limitations, advantages and disadvantages of JMeter, right? So one of the main disadvantage of JMeter is we cannot run the test executions in GUI mode, isn't it? So we can't run test executions, JMeter test executions in GUI mode. So then how to do that? How do we do that is, so once we launch JMeter in non-GUI mode, let me quickly show you. And not only that, whenever you launch JMeter, so by default, it displays some standard warning message saying that, so JMeter GUI is for only for load testing, but not for is JMeter GUI is only for JMeter GUI is only for test development, script development, and debugging, but not for load testing, isn't it? So let the JMeter console come up. I want to set the right context before starting BlazeMeter, so that you will understand, everyone will understand. Those who are new to BlazeMeter will understand what is the significance of BlazeMeter. When we have JMeter, like why BlazeMeter is so popular in the performance testing world. So the moment you start JMeter and if you check the JMeter console, so it clearly, Apache clearly displays a warning message saying that don't use GUI mode for load testing. Use JMeter only for test creation and test debugging, isn't it? And for load testing, we should always use CLI mode or non-GUI mode. And of course, this is the command to run the JMeter in non-GUI mode. So, and also, it even in the JMeter best practices, like it was mentioned, it has an important note or one of the best practices: do not use do not use JMeter in GM mode when you are doing load testing, isn't it? Now, so when you are running a test in non-GM mode, right? And if you don't have any, if JMeter is not integrated with any other tools like InfluxDB, Grafana, or Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. Of course, to overcome this disadvantage or limitation of JMeter, so we know like we have some open source tools like InfluxDB, Grafana. That is one combination, JMeter integration with InfluxDB, Grafana, isn't it? And another one is, this is first option, JMeter integration, integrating JMeter with InfluxDB, Grafana, and Telegraph, where InfluxDB will be used as a database for storing the JMeter test results. Grafana will be used as a dashboard, right? So in the previous slide, like I have explained this. So this is the training content or training material for our JMeter batch students, guys. So if anyone want to join, learn JMeter and master JMeter, and if you want to clear JMeter certification, so please, please contact me on this WhatsApp number. Every month we have a, right now, like every month we have a new batch, one for JMeter, the other one for LoadRunner. So we'll start JMeter tool alternatively, or we'll start, a new batch starts for each tool in the alternate months with us. All right, guys. So if anyone is interested to join JMeter training, so please save my number first of all. So save my WhatsApp number and please ping me on WhatsApp. Yes, please. All right. Now, when you are running a test in non-GI mode, basically, so you have these two options, like you have two alternatives. One is integrating JMeter with InfluxDB, Grafana, and Telegraph, and the other option is Elasticsearch. So you can integrate JMeter with Elasticsearch, FileBit, Kibana, or Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. So that combination is called as elk stack, right? So that combination is called as elk stack. So instead of Logstash, I am using FileBit over here, because FileBit is much more easier to configure. All right. So when you don't have any of these tools, when you are, and suppose like you are you are working in a JMeter project and you are supposed to do a performance testing, right? So Obviously, when you are running a test in non-GM mode, it will be something like shooting in the dark. So you will open a command console and command line prompt, and you will be running the test in from the command prompt, isn't it? So you cannot see anything. You cannot see the client side metrics, or you cannot see any client server side metrics till the test is completed, isn't it? Now to overcome this limitation, BlazeMeter has come up with a wonderful solution called this BlazeMeter continuous performance testing platform. All right, hold on, just give me a moment. So if you check, if you do Google search, what is BlazeMeter used for, right? So and if so, BlazeMeter has come. BlazeMeter is what is BlazeMeter, guys? It is a continuous testing platform, right? Which that was acquired in 2021 by Perforce Software. Okay, these details are not, all these nitty-gritties are not important for us. However, please understand that, like JMeter, BlazeMeter, when you are, hold on one second, guys, let me open this link. So when you are supposed to use JMeter in your project, so there is there is a complete continuous testing platform called BlazeMeter, which can be used for running your JMeter scripts in GUI mode. All right, you need not depend on non-GUI mode, or you need not integrate those JMeter tools with all those open source tools, and you need not learn that InfluxDB, Grafana, Elasticsearch, Logstash, Kibana. This is a simple solution. BlazeMeter provides a simple solution. Of course, integrating JMeter with these open source tools is also a simple solution. So I don't deny that. So this is a effective solution for that. So however, like if in case, and most of the companies nowadays who are using JMeter, they are relying them completely on BlazeMeter. And that is why if you see any recent JDs, you see this mention about JMeter, BlazeMeter. So you see, here you can clearly say that BlazeMeter is mentioned as a must and should have in tool, right? Along with LoadRunner and JMeter. All right. I hope I have set the right context. Now let's go back to BlazeMeter PPT. So what is BlazeMeter? We understood. And what is BlazeMeter? If you need to summarize, it is a continuous testing platform, continuous testing platform, and we can use any the scripts developed using any performance testing tool like JMeter, Gatling, Grinder, and all this. So which I will cover in a moment. All right. Now, so in this series of recorded sessions or series of this BlazeMeter, demo sessions, these are the concepts, like our the BlazeMeter tutorials will be having all these concepts. What is the BlazeMeter pricing model, right? Of course, like JMeter is an open source tool, but BlazeMeter is not a completely free tool. Of course, you have a free version of that also. Let me show you that. All right, I have it in my next slide as well. So the starter package is completely free. However, just like how LoadRunner provides, 50 user concurrent user license, BlazeMeter also provides 50 concurrent user license, and you can run only 10 tests, right? There is a big limitation here. You can run only 10 tests with this trial version and one mock service, and that the test also you can run it for only 20 minutes max duration. Clear, guys? So, however, this is a trial version, kind of trial version, and it is absolutely free. On the other side, if you want to use the real potential of BlazeMeter, so I suggest you to go with this pro model or pro pricing plan, which supports up to 5,000 concurrent users. Again, obviously, your user load should be, your target user load should be below 5,000 user load, 5,000 concurrent users if you want to go with pro model. And this is the license cost, as you can clearly see here. Per month for $499 is the license cost, and it supports up to 80,000 virtual user hours per year. VUH means virtual user hours. And two mock services it supports two mock services and 5 hour max test duration, right? So suppose if you want to do a SOAP test, long duration test, you can go up to 5 hours maximum. All right, guys. Now, there is another package called basic package, which whose license cost is $99 per month, and it supports only 1,000 concurrent users and 200 tests per year, and one mock service and 1 hour max test duration, right? So most of the requirement will be fulfilled by this either basic version or pro version, isn't it? In case if you want to execute, more number of your load test with more number of concurrent users, the higher than 5,000. All right. So you have something called, like a custom model, custom license model. They name it as unleashed, right? Unleashed, pricing plan. And it will have volume discounts and fixed cost plans and test data and dedicated IPs and on-premise, etc., etc. But however, when we are working on a JMeter project, this would be suffice, I believe, right? Because like if any client or if your target user load is 20,000 or 30,000 or anything, mostly significantly higher than 5,000, the client will be preferring any license tool. All right, yes. Now, so these are the pricing models of BlazeMeter, and now how to start using, So this is what I covered just now. Sorry, BlazeMeter pricing model, and the next concept is compare plans, right? I gave a quick comparison of these BlazeMeter plans. So first one is free starter plan, and then basic plan, pro, and then unleashed version. So this is just, like most of the points I covered just now. So however, let me quickly repeat it. The max virtual users is 50 for the starter version. Whereas, for basic version, it is 1000, pro version, it is 5000 concurrent user load. It supports 5000 concurrent user load. And number of load generators, in terms of number of load generators, free starter comes with one shared load generator. That means you will not have a dedicated load generator for you, right? Whereas if you opt for basic plan, it will come with a dedicated, load generator. Clear, guys? You will get one dedicated, load generator machine for running your load test if you opt for basic plan. Clear, guys? And the max test duration is 20 minutes with the free starter plan, and 1 hour with basic plan, and 5 hours with pro plan. And unleashed version is customizable. Clear, guys? And number of debug runs for performances, you will have unlimited with any plan. Wonderful, right? And data retention. What is meant by data retention? Data retention means retention of historical test data. That means when you are doing performance testing, right, or any testing, it is a continuous process, isn't it? So you will be executing, and you will, how long that does that, the test results will be stored in the BlazeMeter website is, or for how long, how much historical data you can fetch it at any time is only 1 week for free starter plan, whereas it is 3 months for basic and 6 months for pro, and customizable with unleashed version. Clear, guys? I hope it is clear. This is historical test execution data, retention period of the historical test execution data. That means how long the test results will be stored in BlazeMeter, and for how long you can access, right, by logging into BlazeMeter website. So let me quickly show you my BlazeMeter console. I'm already having an account with BlazeMeter console, and this is how it looks like. And this is a SaaS-based model, by the way. It's a pure SaaS-based model. I should have mentioned it somewhere. Yes. So it's a pure SaaS-based platform. And BlazeMeter is nothing but, it internally uses Taurus tool in cloud. So BlazeMeter can be equated with Taurus in cloud. And it is the easiest to use load testing tool in the market. It is most easiest load testing tool in the market. And it has 100% compatibility with all the major open source tools like JMeter, Selenium, Grinder, Gatling, etc. That means you can run either JMeter scripts or Selenium scripts, Grinder scripts, Gatling scripts, scripts developed using any of these tools using this BlazeMeter. And it has broadest geo-distributed load generation. That means you will have dedicated cloud machines for running your load test, right? And those are the broadest geo-distributed load generation. That means you can run any load test from any location using any of these cloud service providers like AWS, Azure, GCP, and you can run the test behind the firewall as well, right? And massively scalable. BlazeMeter claims that they can support 2 million plus virtual users, but I'm not sure if anyone tried this, to hit this number. And top notch reporting. Yes. So I used BlazeMeter for almost more than a year in my JMeter project in my previous company. It has top notch reporting features. BlazeMeter has top-notch reporting features compared to your JMeter default report, and industry's number one shift left performance testing solution. So these are some features of BlazeMeter. And again, please remember, this is a SaaS-based solution. That means most of you know that SaaS stands for software as a service, isn't it? Now, this is my BlazeMeter account. Now, how to get started or how to create an account, right? So let's see that. Let's see that now. So right now I am logged in with my into my account case, right? We'll come back to the screen. So let me quickly show you how to get started with BlazeMeter. All right, how to create a BlazeMeter account. So BlazeMeter, just try, BlazeMeter University login or BlazeMeter account login. And first you need to, obviously, if you don't have an account, you need to create an account for yourself. First, let me sign up. While this is getting processed. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, please subscribe and turn on all notifications on my YouTube channel. If you are looking for any real-time training or live training on performance testing, we are providing performance testing live training with LoadRunner, BlazeMeter, JMeter, BlazeMeter, and Dynatrace tools. So do ping me on my WhatsApp number, and we have a batch. We'll have a separate WhatsApp group, dedicated WhatsApp group for every batch, as you can see here, right now. Oh, okay. So it is directly logging into my account because I am using a normal browser. Hold on, guys. So let me use a private browser. And I hope everyone knows what is the difference between a normal browser and a private browser. So let me sign in. First, sign up first. Sign in page should be having a link for registering as well. And this BlazeMeter will be, we are covering this BlazeMeter along with the JMeter training for our current batch students, right? Oh, okay. So let me log out, guys. Let me log out from my account. All right. So once you are on this blazemeter.com website, right? So you can register. You can click on this register and fill in your first name, last name, email, and company. So you can enter your Gmail ID if you are not working. Yes, still you can register with BlazeMeter website by entering your Gmail ID itself and mention some company name. Any company name is fine. They are not going to check. However, they may be sending a verification email. You need to verify your email account by clicking on the link. Now, once you create an account for yourself and you log into your account, so this is how, hold on, guys. As I logged in from another browser, so you know it doesn't support multiple logins for the same account. BlazeMeter doesn't support multiple logins for the same account ID. I'm just entering my credentials again to log into my BlazeMeter account, and this is how it looks like. The BlazeMeter console looks like. Okay, let it just please give me a moment. Let it load. Okay, so click on this homepage, and this is how it looks like. The UI looks like, and it will show you all the tests as you can observe over here, guys. Observe here. So recently updated tests. All right. So, and however, it for those who are using basic version, guys, like you will not be able to fetch all the details of the previous test, right? So, okay, right now, you can see here, your current plan gives you access to reports from tests run in the last 7 days only. If you want to access the older reports, you need to upgrade. You need to upgrade to either basic plan or pro plan or unleashed version. Clear, guys? So this is how BlazeMeter GUI looks like, and how to run a test, how to run a performance testing from BlazeMeter. BlazeMeter, SaaS-based solution is you click on create test and create your project over here, right? If you are starting, if you want to start a new project with BlazeMeter, so if you want to start BlazeMeter using BlazeMeter for your new project, first you need to create a new project. I already created one project over here, and select that project. Once you create a project, select that project and click on performance test, and it will be loading the test. Yes, here you go. Now, once you get this page, you can upload the scripts and observe here. BlazeMeter supports all these tools like JMeter, Gatling, Selenium, Taurus, and many more for your information, right? Not only these four, but it supports many other tools. And this is the whole list of tools that are supported by BlazeMeter, guys. Okay. Now, so how to upload a script or how to create a test plan is for your test execution is just click on that. If you are already using an ultimate thread group or any other thread group in your scripts, right? So you need not bother about all these settings like total number of users, ramp up time, and all this. All right, first let me show you how to upload a script. Okay. Now, so once you click on that add script, upload script, right? I'll choose some other project, guys. So please wait. Please wait for a moment. So you go to your JMeter folder or your scripts folder, and let's say this is your project. AOS is your project. And let's say you want to execute a test with these three scripts: user registration, order random laptop, and browse each laptop. So go to that folder and select the script, right? So select your JMeter script like this. This looks to be updated one for me, isn't it? So this is the latest one. So user registration 6th March, that is the latest one. And select your JMeter script and click open, right? Now, once like not only your JMeter script, but once you upload the JMeter script, it will validate whether the supporting files, test data files are uploaded or not. If the supporting test data files are missing, right, then it will show the validation status as failed. Now, what you have to do is you need to add those, test data files as well, right? So let me do that as well. And this is the test data file for this script. Okay. And this is how we add the scripts to, your BlazeMeter. All right, guys, this is still failed, maybe some script issue. Let me try to upload, the other script. I need to look into it. What is the script issue? Right? So, however, once you upload, right, once you upload your JMX file, it will validate and it will check whether all the, yeah, now you can see that, the validation status is passed. Now, what you can do is you can delete this to, you can move it to recycle bin. All right. Now you can see that, your JMeter script is uploaded as well as the supporting test data file is also uploaded. Okay. All right, guys. Somehow it is failing. That's fine. So, as for if you have a perfect working script, the validation status will be definitely passed, and it will verify, BlazeMeter will verify whether the all the supporting files are uploaded or not. Clear, guys? And now you upload all your scripts, all the scripts, whatever you want to include in the test suite. Let's say, for example, I want to include this script as well. I want to include one more script, which is browse each laptop. All right. So in this way, you can upload all your JMeter scripts. And please ignore this validation status, guys, for the moment, guys, because some supporting files are missing in this JMeter. That's it. There is nothing else, guys. Okay. But as you can see here, this script validation status is passed for these two scripts: browse each laptop and random each order random laptop. Clear, guys? Right now. So then you need to disable this send email to subscriber. This is not required, right? And you can clearly see that as we uploaded JMeter scripts, here it is clearly showing that it's a JMeter test. You need to give your test name. Let's say AOS load test, right? And date, it's up to you whether you want to give it or not. And time, I don't prefer to give, not required. But of course, it depends on your requirement. So if you want to give the time as well, yes, you can go ahead and give the time as well. And simply click on run the test. Now, once you run the test, once you click on run test, like there will be one load generator assigned to you. As you can see here, when you purchase BlazeMeter license, they will assign one based on your license. They will assign one cloud machine for you for executing this test. And as you can see here, I am using a trial version. That's why it is showing 50 max users per engine. All right. As we discussed in the initial few minutes, right? In the pricing model, we have seen just now. So the free version or a starter version supports up to 550 concurrent users only, and it supports only 10 tests. You can execute only 10 test executions. So if you want to do any POC, proof of concept, and if you want to convince your organization to, like to purchase license for this BlazeMeter, yes, you can utilize this free version, trial version, and you can give some demos and you can, make them buy either of these license, like basic license or pro license, and your life will become easy for, test executions will become easy for you. Not only that, as BlazeMeter stores the results for 3 months or 6 months based on the license model, right? You will have a central repository where all your test results will be available, so that any of your team member or can access those without any dependencies, right? So if any of your team member executed a test on their local machine using JMeter local instance or a remote machine, so obviously, like you have to approach them. If you want to look into the test results, you have to ask them, where are the test results, and can you share those test results or the report, isn't it? However, if you are using BlazeMeter, you can log into their account anytime, right? Provided you have an account. So, if you have access to this BlazeMeter account, you can log in and you can go to home page and you can see, like, what are the projects available, right? And if you want to create a project, yes, here is the option, go to projects and create new project. But if you want to see the already existing projects, like still you go to projects and you can select the project, whatever project you want to view. All right. And if you want to see the test, you can see over here, you can see all the recently active tests over here, right? And if you want to see the test reports, you can see all the recent test run reports over here. Clear, guys? So wonderful, right? So BlazeMeter provides, a lot of flexibility. There are no dependencies, right? And it is a SaaS-based solution, so no dependency on the machine or no dependency on the resource. All right. And it supports not only performance testing, but it supports functional testing, it supports mock services and API monitoring, etc. So which I will cover that in the coming up sessions, guys. So let me complete this plan comparison. So so BlazeMeter can support API integrations. It has support for APM integrations. Sorry, it supports tools like different APM tools like like Dynatrace, App Dynamics, New Relic, etc. Right? You can pull the metrics from BlazeMeter to those APM tools, or you can leverage, APM the potentiality of APM tools with BlazeMeter, right? Of course. And again, like here, there is a catch here. Your free starter version doesn't support that APM integration, sorry, APM integration, whereas the basic and pro and unleashed version supports integrating BlazeMeter with any APM tool. And baseline comparison is possible with unleashed version only, and private IP is available for only unleashed version. I hope everyone knows what is private IP and public IP. If not, please go through the computer fundamentals session on my YouTube channel. So once you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, right, if you search for know your computer, so I covered some, all these basic concepts. Like what is private IP, what is public IP in this session, guys. So please go through that. So in this session, I have covered what is for private IP, what is public IP, right? And how to check the public IP and private IP. All those concepts are discussed in this session. Please go through that, particular recording session, guys. All right. Now, hold on, guys. And one more wonderful feature, or one more, wonderful feature of BlazeMeter is we have a dedicated support team. We have a dedicated support team, so that, whenever you have some technical issue, whenever you are blocked with something, you have something called help center. Yes, with BlazeMeter. If you are using BlazeMeter in your project, so you can raise a support ticket and you have a dedicated support team right? By clicking over here, you can create a new support ticket and you can explain your issue, and you'll get very prompt response from a dedicated support team. So that is one wonderful feature of with BlazeMeter, which you don't have with JMeter. So obviously, as JMeter is a free tool, open source tool, so you don't have a dedicated support team. That is one limitation with JMeter, isn't it? So we don't have a dedicated support team. That is one biggest disadvantage or limitation of with JMeter, isn't it? Let me quickly go to that slide where we discuss this in and out. So we don't have a dedicated support team for JMeter because it is an open source tool. So what will you do if you have, if you are stuck up with some issue, or if you are seeing some unforeseen issues or challenges, is you have to rely on Google, or you have to rely on your experience, or you have to, you have to fall back on your friends or colleagues, like who already, who might have already faced that issue. However, with BlazeMeter, you will have a dedicated, support team to help you resolve that issue. Clear this? That is another biggest advantage with BlazeMeter. So if you are not using BlazeMeter till now, if you haven't used BlazeMeter till now, I strongly suggest to explore the potentiality of this BlazeMeter. And this license cost is very reasonable cost, as you can see here, with basic model. Hold on. So let me go to the pricing model. So the basic model cost is only $99 per month. Our pro model is $499 per month, right? So based on your requirement, you can convince your client, or you can convince your organization to purchase some BlazeMeter license and start using it. So I'll stop it here for today. In the next session, I will I will be ready with some JMeter scripts, working JMeter scripts, and I'll try to show you how to execute a load test with BlazeMeter tool, right? And using JMeter scripts, and how to pull a report, how to generate a report, right? What type of testing that we can do with this BlazeMeter, right? And what is the difference between performance testing with direct JMeter versus BlazeMeter, and digging into the BlazeMeter logs, and how does your JMeter report and BlazeMeter report compare, right? And filtering, how can we filter the results, and how can we see the historical test execution data, and help center, how to raise a support ticket, I already covered today. All right. So that is because that is one of the biggest advantages with BlazeMeter. All right, guys. So that's all for today for this session. So see you in the next session on BlazeMeter, right? And hopefully by next weekend, uh, I'll be making a video on the BlazeMeter, executing load test with BlazeMeter, and how to analyze the test results, how to generate a report, and all other details in the next 1 week. So stay tuned to my YouTube channel, and like, share, subscribe to your friends or colleagues. And please, we have a lot of openings. Performance testing recruitment is like never before, ever after. There are a lot of openings currently, as you can see here. So, like from the last 1 month, particularly from the last 1 month, there are a lot of openings, particularly in performance testing. So even for freshers as well as, like experienced guys, we do have referral openings. If you're, if your CV is not getting shortlisted, or you are not getting calls, so we do have a lot of referral openings. However, we can provide only for our students. As you can see here, there are a lot of performance testing openings, guys, right? So particularly from the last 1 month. All right. And that is the reason our July batch is full. It is running with full strength. You can see here, it's almost, we are running with full strength with 40 plus students, right? For online batch, only for online batch. So ping me on my WhatsApp number if you want to join for live training of performance testing live training with LoadRunner, JMeter, BlazeMeter, and Dynatrace, or any other tools. Of course, right now, we have running batches for only LoadRunner, JMeter, BlazeMeter, and Dynatrace. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. And don't forget to subscribe, please. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. And please save my WhatsApp number and ping me if if you are having any training requirement, or if you are interested to give any training also, please ping me. We are looking for enthusiastic trainers and who are interested to share their knowledge, of course, not for free, so on a paid basis only. If you are interested to give any training on any tools, and if you have good training experience, so please do ping me on my WhatsApp number. Please save my WhatsApp number, yes. And thanks for joining, and have a nice day. By the way, guys, so these openings are for 3 to 4 years experience, guys. There are a lot of openings. I frequently hear that there are no openings right now. Market is not good and all. That is not the actual case, guys. You can see here. You can see it yourself. This mail was on August 4th, right? This is a Naukri alerts email which I received on August 4th for 3 years experience profile. As you can see here, you can yourself check here how many openings are there for performance engineers. All right. So, and most of the companies are looking for immediate joiners. This is a wonderful opportunity for you, for those trained guys, those who want to keep experience, guys. All right. And let me show you a few more openings, performance testing with automation, along with automation. And there is only, there is one more opening in career info system for purely performance test engineer. All right. And then one more in diverse link, and one more in Walter Kluwer, Walter's Kluwer. All right. And you can see there are a lot of openings through Naukri itself, and there are a lot of other openings that you can get through LinkedIn and other Monster and all this. So there are a lot of openings actually. Like we are facing a huge resource crunch. We are not having suitable genuine candidates, like who are learning, who are well equipped with the subject, right? Rather than that, what is happening. Most of the students are tending for proxy and backdoor and all these stupid things. So however, like if you are, and of course that will not work, because like most of the openings are work from office. As you can see here, most of the openings currently are work from office openings. There are no more work from home, right? So get equipped with yourself with these tools like JMeter, LoadRunner, NeoLoad, right? And there are a lot of openings. That's what I want to clarify. All right. And again, I repeat again. So performance testing market is like never before, ever after, guys. Definitely yes. I stand by that word. So here you can see LoadRunner, Visual Studio, and JMeter. So most of the JDs will be having LoadRunner and JMeter, and some of the companies are asking BlazeMeter as a must and should have skill in the skill set. All right, guys. So thanks for joining, and thanks for watching this session till now, and have a nice day. And do ping me on my WhatsApp number, guys. Save my WhatsApp number if you are looking for either JMeter training or LoadRunner or Dynatrace training at the moment. So at the moment we have running batches for LoadRunner and JMeter at the moment immediately. Okay. And before you leave this, before we close the session, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notification guys. So you'll get a lot of interesting content and free demo sessions every weekend. Okay. And signing off, this is Pavan from MGM IT Training, signing off for today.